The effects of anxiety and panic attacks on those who suffer from them can vary anywhere from moderately uncomfortable and limiting to downright terrifying and incapacitating. Anxiety can not only be limiting in that it stops people from doing and participating in things they love to do, but it can also be very isolating because those that do not suffer from it really don't understand it. Conventional medicine and psychology define anxiety, panic attacks and phobias as a mental illness and disorder. And while I'll be the first to agree that the effects of anxiety are undesirable and unpleasant, I do not believe that it is particularly helpful or useful to view and classify anxiety in this way. Labelling anxiety as a mental illness puts it in the company of conditions such as schizophrenia, which I don't believe is appropriate. You take any healthy man, woman or child and expose them to certain traumas, upsets, scares or disturbances, and they will inevitably develop anxiety, like people that have returned from war as an extreme example. Anxiety and phobias are simply an adaptive response of the unconscious mind, seeking to protect its owner from potentially repeat bad experiences. The secret to curing your anxiety, panic attacks or phobia. Firstly, it starts with recognising what your anxiety or phobia truly is all about. You do not have a mental illness, not in my opinion. You didn't catch anything. What has happened is this. There is an inbuilt defence mechanism in the unconscious mind of humans. This defence mechanism has a name. It is the amygdala in the limbic system of the brain. The amygdala is that part of the brain that regulates the fight or flight response in humans. Usually it is only temporarily activated in potentially life-threatening or dangerous scenarios, like if someone suddenly appeared wielding a knife or gun, threatening you or demanding your purse or wallet, for example. However, there are other sets of circumstances that will often stimulate the amygdala and activate it into action, effectively putting it on continual high alert. In the case of a phobia, a fright or scare of sufficient magnitude literally flicks a switch and activates and awakens a dormant inbuilt protector in your unconscious mind that essentially reacts something like this. Whoa, that was really bad. I don't ever want that to happen to you again, not ever. So to make sure that that never ever happens to you again, if you ever put yourself anywhere near the object or situation of this original big scare, I'm going to give you a healthy dose of fight or flight. Adrenaline, elevated heart rate, panicky feelings in the belly, tightness in the chest, constriction with breathing, as well as the emotional content of the original scare so that you remove yourself and quickly. In the case of anxiety and panic attacks, it is similar yet slightly different. What happens instead usually is that there is a series of highly upsetting, unsettling, scary or overwhelming experiences that have a similar theme, the cumulative effect of which then activates this same inbuilt defense mechanism. Think of it as your very own security guard or watchdog and puts it on continual high alert. It is true to say that for some anxiety sufferers, these highly upsetting, unsettling, scary or overwhelming experiences that activate the protective mechanism in the amygdala are brought about by an overactive imagination, playing the what-if game and vividly imagining worst-case scenarios all the time. The amygdala, part of your subconscious mind, is unable to distinguish between real and imagined events. Brain scans reveal that people with anxiety or phobias have amygdalas which are swollen, enlarged or hypersensitized. This is the hallmark, indicating that the protective function within the amygdala has been activated and is on high alert. What this means is that a person suffering from a phobia only becomes anxious in proximity to the specific object, situation or context that triggered the phobia. A person suffering from anxiety or panic attacks will find that a number of scenarios sets off the fight or flight response because the protector is attempting to defend its owner against a wider range of generalized perceived threats that alarm it. Not only does the anxiety consist of the fight or flight feelings, but mixed in with that is a replayed pre-recording of the emotional content of the original and subsequent upsets or scares that activated it in the first place. Not pleasant. You see, your inbuilt subconscious protector operates like a form of automated behavioural software and doesn't have the ability to use logic or rational thinking to discern that you are not in actual physical danger. Your body and emotions literally respond as though you are. Your well-intentioned protector is simply overprotecting you. The reason that advice like just get over it or think about it differently as fairly useless in practical advice is because the protector function operates and functions as part of the subconscious mind. Attempts to logically talk it out of responding the way it does are pretty much doomed to fail. The subconscious mind responds, communicates and is influenced via strong feelings, mental imagery and pictures. An effective treatment for phobias and anxiety recognises this and utilises this knowledge to literally thank and acknowledge the protector, safely release the emotions that activated it and respectfully instruct it to stand down from overprotecting. Once these things are done, it's goodbye anxiety or phobias, hello freedom. Using this methodology, phobias are cured in 1 to 3 sessions. Often just 1 session is all that's required. Anxiety usually takes 3 to 7 sessions to disarm. Individuals currently taking antidepressants or anxiety medication may require up to 6 to 12 sessions, depending on a number of factors. For more information about how this therapy can literally set you free from the debilitating effects of your phobia, anxiety, panic attacks, or even post-traumatic stress disorder, give me a call on the number on the screen. I really look forward to meeting and working with you.